Hey, what's up guys? This probably won't be a super long video. I wanted to show you guys how I beat the Shadow Keeper. I'm going to be doing this on Nightmare. It's the phase 1 boss for this week. I struggled with the Shadow Keeper boss a lot. But yeah, it's actually really not that hard, and really what I wanted to showcase in this video is just how ridiculously good Idril is for this fight. I was trying a lot of different strategies, and once I figured out that Idril can pretty much just carry this whole fight, assuming that you can DPS the boss down, it made the whole thing just way easier. So I'm gonna show you how I did it, and yeah, at the end I'll show you the gear I have, just so you can make sure your gear on your Idril is good enough to actually do the strategy. I would also recommend, if you have a good bonded Silas, he's needed here. If you don't have Silas or a bonded Silas, you may struggle, but you can also use other really good single target damage dealers as well, assuming that they are piercing damage, because she has really high magic resistance. So alright guys, so this is my lineup. I use Volca mainly just to, she doesn't really have gear on or anything. There's an integration set on her, but that's for a different piece of content that I have that on her for. But yeah, really the only characters that are doing anything of significance in this fight, as far as damage is concerned, are Idril and Silas. And Silas is only used at the beginning, so I'll show you this strategy. It really is a highlight of how good Idril is for this fight and why she's just a great hero in general. But yeah, I feel like she really shines on this stage. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place Laurel on the top here, facing left.
My aim is true.
Place Dolores next.
Dance with me.
Speed this up a little bit. I'm going to place Silas next here, facing down, for where that boss is going to come out from. And then once Idril's ult is up, I'm going to pop her ult. I'm not going to pop Dolores' ult here because I want to save that for when the boss comes out, because Silas is going to need that extra DPS. Alright, so the boss is coming out, so now I'm going to pop Silas and Dolores. You can see Silas is just going to absolutely melt the boss here. I'm going to put Rock here up here to tank for this one. I'm going to put Laurel down to give Idril her ult back as soon as possible. And then I'm going to cycle her out. So I'm going to do it here in a second for these guys. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna cycle on Laurel again just for more ults. And this is literally the rest of the fight. You guys will see that Idril completely dominates this round. It's honestly absurd how good she is for this. You don't need anything else. I was putting heroes here to try to block for these guys and all sorts of stuff before. No. If you're struggling trying to make a strategy like that work, just do yourself a favor and stop. Again, she's gonna get her ult back in a second. Popping her ult again. Laurel's back.
May not fear the truth is wrong to stay here in the open. This doll is outfitted for combat.
Pop this ult again.
May Mother's roots are whispered as folly to stay here in the destiny is a pretty lie.
And that's it. I don't know how this fight could be any easier. Now, the hardest part you may have is, well, there's a couple challenges that you could have with this stage. The first thing is that your Silas may not be strong enough. Either A, your Silas is not bonded and is not strong enough to DPS the boss down. Maybe you don't have Araka for the lore bonus. You could also do this with Lunaria. Araka is certainly not required for this. You could get the same result with Lunaria. You just might need slightly better gear, or you might not, because for me that was clearly very easy. So it might be a little tighter for you, but you could do it with Lunaria. I think not having a bonded Silas is the biggest issue with this strat, but you could also use other heroes to really take that boss down quick. There were spaces for heroes that I didn't even use, right? Like I didn't even place Araka, I didn't place Volca. You could have them built out for some damage, or you could have like a Valeria or something in there. Or let's say that you have an Eloin. You could do an Eloin for Hollow and then take out Laurel, so that you have that extra, rage regen. There's a lot of different ways that you can set this up, but ultimately it's going to come down to having someone that can DPS that Shadowkeeper boss early, and having your Idril strong enough to just be able to kill everyone. So I'll show you kind of how my Idril is built. So first, this is my Silas. His gear is quite strong, I would say. Yeah, his gear is quite strong. So, but again, I have a lot of extra DPS on this Silas that I really probably don't need to complete this. Like, you don't need a Silas to be this strong to take down the Shadowkeeper. But I would recommend an Infernal Roar set. And then for if you have Invigoration, I use Invigoration on Hollow, and then I also use Invigoration on Dolores, so that helps a lot for extra damage. And then for my Idril, who's the most important, you're also going to want an Infernal Roar set on her, and you're going to want to build her with just, a lot of attack. You can see I have 9-ish K extra attack on her, as well as, well over 300 attack speed. So yeah, just build her with good attack speed, good attack as high as you can get it, and then as much crit damage as you can. I do have her crit capped as well, but yeah, that Infernal Roar set on her is going to be pretty key as well. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys have any specific questions about the fight or substitutions or whatever, just let me know in the comments. See you guys next time. Peace.